Good morning, team. Nice to see you today, September 11, by the way.
Yes, good morning. How are you today?
Very well, Tim. Thank you for making the time of sharing with you some thoughts about the outstanding work that you have done for Saint Pio Foundation for Padre Pio for the town of Pietrelcina. As you may recall, on September 23rd, 2021, we were able to unveil the first I Embrace You statue that you masterminded that is dedicated on a plaza dedicated to the people of the United States of America, a very unique monument in Italy. Tim, you are a faithful Catholic sculptor. Can you tell me more about your devotion to Saint Pio?
Saint Padre Pio is my favorite saint. I fell in love with him when I was actually sculpting him on a previous sculpture I created of Saint Padre Pio. And I really felt his presence as I was working on this piece. And so much so, I became very curious about him, and I began to an amazing saint for our times as well. And so I'll do whatever I can artistically to promote this saint. And I feel that that's what I can do with my talent. So to be commissioned to create the sculpture and to create this plaza that unites St. Padre Pio with United States of America was just an amazing experience. I have a library of different ideas that I've developed over the 30 years of sculpting. And I used some really cool things within that sculpture to highlight Saint Pio. And that was having the cross up in heaven and having the blood from the cross, from the wounds of Christ, come down and, in a sense, go through the wounds, the stigmata wounds of Saint Pio. It's dramatic, and it's unlike any other sculpture Saint Pio I've ever seen because of its power. It brings the sky as part of the sculpture because you have to look up and see the cross. And I think it's an absolutely appropriate tribute to a saint that is dynamic and is epic. And so I tried my best to glorify him with art. Oh, it feels wonderful. The idea of having a sculpture cast in bronze, it's going to last hundreds and hundreds of years there. And I hope that the encounters will lead to more love and devotion towards the saint. And that's, I think, one of the great things about bronze sculpture is they're permanent. It's like frozen poetry, and it's always there. It's perpetual poetry that people can encounter, not only in our life, Luciano, but future generations. In 100 years, that sculpture will be there. Big responsibility to know where the piece was going at such a historical place that's associated with the saint. I did my all. I did the best I can. Oftentimes, when I look at a piece afterwards, I think, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. The only criticism I have on the piece is it should have been 50 feet. It was as big as I could possibly do it, but I would have loved to have seen it even larger. But I'd also think it would be great to have another kind of a second cast of it in United States permanently installed to kind of even reinforce that bridge between Italy and America.
Last question, Tim. What do you think foundation like Saint Pio Foundation, other organization can do in order to support a more educational artist or artists like you so that you can help promoting the legacy of Saint Pio in the way you say that perpetuate in centuries instead of doing work that can be just tangible for a few years?
I'd say doing exactly what you're doing, but just more of it. You're giving a voice to this saint in a world that's drowning with social media, with bombarded with people trying to grab one's attention, especially the younger generation, with all of these messages. And so I like to think that an organization like yours that is giving a voice in this noise to such a beautiful oasis, a spiritual oasis, is what we need today. And now with my sculpture, you not only are giving the saint a voice, but you've given him a face. And I think it's a face that people will say, oh, that's fascinating, and want to learn more about him. So yeah, the more we can promote Saint Padre Pio any way possible, through art, through documentaries, through any way whatsoever, is a good thing, and it's doing a good deed.
Sure, well, we do intend to, and as you may recall, in 2018, we did install the I Absolve You statue in Little Italy, on the Mulberry Street, which today it is the most visited site of Padre Pio in the United States of America. So it was a wonderful partnership we had with you, and reinforced with Pietrelcina. We are looking forward to count on your help to having additional idea where we can spread the word and making people curious about the life of Padre Pio. Thank you, Tim, for your time. You were very, very kind, and looking forward to see you soon, perhaps when the replica will be installed here in the United States of America.
Excellent. God bless you.
God bless you, Tim. Bye.
Thanks.